Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. So today's video is part 3 of our 12 Friends Pick Our Reads. I have pre-filmed the spinning again. It should be playing on the screen for you. And yes, I am filming this intro on the back of my outro for part 2. It's because I'm prepping for my August TBR, so I wanted to get ahead. So I already pre-spun the wheel to pick, and we have these 3. We have 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 by Penelope Douglas, which Em picked. We have 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 Kisses that Amy picked, and we have Hunting Prince Dracula that Amanda picked. So we've got a variety here. We've got like a historical mystery, I think, possibly maybe a little bit fancy. I really don't know. I've not looked into it. I'm assuming based on this. So I really truly do not know, but that's what I'm assuming for this one. We've got, I guess we're calling this a romance, but apparently this is a tearjerker as well. So I hope you guys are prepared for some crying in this video, because yes, I am still emotionally unstable. Don't think I'm ever gonna not be. I think this is just my life. What if your love story had ended before it really begun? Yeah, don't really want to contemplate that. So I hope you guys are ready for me to be wrecked at some point during this video. And then we have 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 by Penelope Douglas, which is an adult romance. We have some bullying going on here, guys. I'm here for it. This, a bit of me. So yeah, we have our 3 books. Now I'm thinking I'm going to start with this one, mainly because it's actually still July, and I want to use this one to fulfill a prompt for the Summer Chaos-a-thon. By the time you guys are seeing this, it's going to be way past that. Like, we're talking way past Summer Chaos-a-thon, this long time away. But this is going to be the first one, so I can fulfill that prompt. And yeah, I think this is just, with everything else that I've been reading right now, I think this is probably just the more perfect one to go for. And then I might do 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 Kisses and then end it on 𝖜𝖊𝖑 to recover from this. I think is how we're going to do it. So we'll see. But those are our 3 for this video, for part 3. I'm in for a roller coaster ride. We'll do it. Let's go for it. But yeah, I'm going to catch you guys once I start Hunting Prince Dracula. I don't know when exactly that will be, but I'll catch you guys when I do. But until then, go get a drink, get a snack, and settle in. You guys have not seen me since the end of July. It's now the 19th of August. When you guys last saw me was obviously the intro, and I was picking up Hunting Prince Dracula, and I did pick it up, and I made it to chapter 14, page 117, and then I did pick it up again. I have not picked this book up since the 3rd of August. I have just not felt eager to. I've not felt the need to pick it up. I've struggled with this book. I'm struggling to get back in the vibe with the characters and like seeing them in like this different setting that they're now in. Like, I'm really kind of struggling with that. It's not a DNF book. Like, I don't feel like I need to DNF. I don't feel like it's a book that I cannot absolutely read at all. I don't have that vibes. I'm just struggling to pick it up, and I don't know if that's subconsciously because in my head I was also like, I need to edit and upload part 2, which is now done, so you guys can go check out part 2. It's up there, which naturally, because you guys have seen this one. So I don't know subconsciously if my brain was like, because I needed to edit and upload part 2, I couldn't focus then on part 3, which is this one. So I don't know if subconsciously my brain was doing that, but we're about to find out and see, because I'm going to try and pick this book up again and continue and get it finished. I just need to put my big girl pants on. The big girl pants need to go on, and I just need to sit and read and focus on this book. And yeah, I just need to do that because it's been sat here for so long. Like I said, it's the 19th of August today, and I've not picked this up since the 3rd. So I really need to try and just sit and do it and read it. So this is becoming my priority. I'm going to do that. It is 25 past 9. I thought it was a lot later than that. I'm watching. Right, okay. We need to set an end for this. Okay. It's on mute. I just need to go back to where it was earlier. We need to come back, okay? I, as a child, was obsessed with Labyrinth. okay? I was obsessed with Labyrinth, the David Bowie film. Obsessed, okay? And then I had not watched it for ages. Like, life, I grew up. Did I really? Questionable, depends who you ask. And like, life just happened and I hadn't watched it for ages, and then last week I found it on Amazon Prime and I was like, oh my god, I have not watched this film forever. And I was obsessed as a child. I watched it, and guys, I kid you the fuck not, I have watched it practically every night since. I'm back in my obsession with the film. I just don't get bored of this film. You can just not get bored of Labyrinth. You can't get bored of it. I don't care what anybody says, you can't. And if you guys have not watched it, like, this is the film that I'm on about, by the way. If you guys have not watched it, you are not human beings. You have not lived, and you need to get your heads out from under the rocks that you're living on. Okay? You need to go and watch Labyrinth because it's so good. It's a classic. Like, this is a classic. This is just pure film gold for me. For me. You guys may not like it. Let me know if you guys have watched it though. Let me know if you feel the same or if you weren't as gripped by it as I was. But anyway, yeah, so I've got that on in the background again. So I've got a comfort film on. I'm gonna pick up this book. Hopefully we're gonna devour it and finish it, and hopefully I'm gonna get back in the flow of things. Like I said, now that subconsciously I've got it out of my mind that I need to edit part 2, like, that's done, that stuff's did. Hopefully it means I might now just be able to sit and focus. But I do know, speaking to Donna, she said herself that she struggled with this one and this was her least favourite of the 4. So I'm glad to know that it's not just me, but I'm intrigued to see if obviously that did play a part or not, or if it is generally just the book. It could just generally be the book. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm getting way too excited because I've got the Labyrinth on. And I've got way too much energy. I've just had ice cream and I think it's like just gone straight up here. That's not a good sign. I mean, it's only, what did I say it was? It's kind of half 9 now. It's kind of half 9 now. So probably not a good idea to be bouncing off the walls at this time. Probably not my smartest decision that I've ever had. Not that I've had many. But anywho, yeah, that's the plans. I've come back bouncing. We're gonna continue hunting Prince Dracula. I'm gonna fucking finish this book. I will. I will not continue to have it just sat. I will do it. I'm zoning in on it. We got this. You get this. I have way too much energy and I am about to get a monster out because I really fancy a monster. Just like for the taste. Not even for energy because of Sam bouncing, but just for the taste. I want a monster. So I'm gonna get a monster out too. This is gonna be a very long night. A very long night. But anywho, I'm gonna get going. That's your little update from when you guys last saw me. And I'm gonna catch you guys later. Probably a bit of hero. I don't know. But if not, I'll update you guys in the morning. So it's actually the next day. It's just gone 4:30. I didn't read last night considering how much I was bouncing off the walls last night. I didn't read. Typical. But I'm currently on sprints on TikTok. I almost said YouTube then. On TikTok. And I'm now at chapter 22, page 196. So I've made another like decent progress from when we last, where I was at. I'm definitely able to sit and read it a bit more now, like I can kind of focus in, so I do think in some ways subconsciously my brain wasn't allowing me to move on, knowing I needed to edit that video. So yeah, I do think that has helped. I am now a bit more focused, but I'm still struggling with it. I don't know how to describe this without spoiling anything, but I'm gonna give it a go. I tried on sprints during a break, but it didn't really go well, so let me try this. When you look at our main characters in the first book and their dynamic and their relationship, I loved it. This one, it feels like the author's almost done almost like 180 on it. Don't get me wrong, there are still the elements of it in there, like you do still see it coming through, but it does feel like she's done a bit of 180, and I'm not liking their dynamics in this one, and I'm not liking this. I don't know. I feel like if I use that word, it's going to probably spoil things a little bit. But like when you take into account what's going on in this book, obviously taking into account what happened in the last book and how that's impacting their relationship and impacting this book, it just feels like the characters have been ruined for me a little bit. Like they just don't feel the same, and I'm not enjoying them as much as I did in the first one. So I don't know what the author's done here, but it's kind of, yeah, it's taken my enjoyment of the characters out a little bit, and it's kind of ruined them for me. Like I said, like I still see elements of them. I still see elements of the characters, of their relationship from the first book in this one. Like they do still peek through, but it's not to the same degree, and it's just, yeah, they've been ruined for me a little bit. But story wise, we are delving more into the plot and more into the situation and stuff, and obviously we're meeting these other characters, and I have some theories on a couple of the characters, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen there. But yeah, we are diving deeper. Do you know what, there is some tension there, but I wouldn't say it's really a gripping tension. It's just kind of a tension that's there. So yeah, I don't really know. I'm definitely not vibing in this one. It's still not DNF worthy. Like I still don't feel like I can't finish the book. I feel like I can, but it's just not the same. And yeah, I'm just not getting the same vibes from this one as I was for the first book. So that's interesting. But yeah, we've made some progress. I've managed to get a little bit more further in, which is really good. Pat on the back to me. But yeah, I'm on sprints. I've got about 7 minutes left of this one, so I'm going to read a little bit more, read a couple more chapters. But I just wanted to come in and update you guys and let you guys know that yes, even though I didn't read last night, I have actually continued reading, and we are getting there. We are making progress. But yeah, my plan is, I really wanted to try and get close to finishing it tonight, but I don't feel like that's going to happen. Although it's only now just coming up to 20 to 5. So realistically, being nearly 200 pages in and it being a 424 page book, so what, I've got 200 and just under 230 pages. So realistically, I could actually probably do it. Thinking about it, I could probably do it tonight, but I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like, yeah, I'm gonna try and do it, but also I don't want to force it either. So we're just gonna go for as far as we can. If I manage to get to the point of finishing it or being close to finishing it tonight, then fantastic, because it means it's done and dusted, it's off my mind, and we've achieved the first book of this video. But obviously if it doesn't happen, it doesn't, and then I'll probably just finish off in the morning, hopefully before I go to my grandparents. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm planning on trying to read a decent chunk tonight. I will come back to you guys after I've read a decent chunk, maybe even finished it. Depends if I do manage to do it or not. We will wait and see. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to come back to you guys a lot later when I've done another decent amount and can have a bit more of a vibe to what's going on. So yeah, but very nearly halfway, just short of it, and we're finally getting going again. We're finally on the move. Morning. Let's ignore this. Okay. I've been awake a little bit, but I'm like just now moving. It's coming up to 10:15. I've been awake since like 9, but I did finish Hands in Prince Dracula last night. I gave it a 3.25 in the end. The last 10 to 15% of this book is what saved it for me personally. It's what saved it. We really had the characters go back to their original self at the end. Like their dynamics and their relationship felt normal. We felt them. there at the end, which was really good, and I am happy where they're at in their relationship here at the end of this book. But it still wasn't one that just gripped me. I guessed all the theories, all the twists, the major plot points, I guessed them all. And it's one of those things, like, am I proud of myself for guessing them? Yes. But then at the same time it ruins it for myself because I don't get the impact from it when it's then revealed. Like I think I said in this one, our revelation regarding our male main character wasn't done in a way that gave off the impact anyway. So that to me, even if I hadn't guessed that, wouldn't still have had that big of an impact. But the big reveal at the end I did guess, and that was done with in such a way that it was an impact. Like, I will give the author props to that. But I guessed it. I knew it was coming. So I'm a little disappointed in myself. That's nothing to do with the author. That's just me and my brain in like detective mode and just figuring shit out. The writing is still good and it does still really flow. Like, once I was able to just sit and read it and like focus on it, I have absolutely flown through it. So the writing is still really good. This one just didn't hit the same for me, and it didn't feel the same as the first book. It felt very different. Now obviously I know different storyline, different plots, like all of that, so it is a different book, but it didn't have the same vibe to it that Stalking Chapter Ripper had. It didn't have the same vibe, and it was just a little bit, yeah, I don't know, but we're done. We did it. I have finished Hunting Prince Dracula. It is done. It is dusted. It's off my TBR and I can put it back up on the shelf. It's done. It's done. So yeah, first book down for this video, and we're starting on a 3.25. I don't know who. So Amanda picked this one for us, so thank you so much to Amanda for picking this book. I don't know when I'm going to be picking up the next book for this video, so stay tuned. I mean, it's going to be like a second difference for you guys, if that. But yeah, I'm probably planning on getting to them soon-ish. Roughly, we'll wait and see. But the options are Bully from N and 1,000 Boy Kisses from Amy. So we'll see what happens, what I'm going for. And yeah, I think I said I was going to go 1,000 Boy Kisses, didn't I? I'll have to look back on the intro to see what order I said I was going to do them in, because I think I discussed it. But that's besides the point. We don't need to do that right now. I'm going to come back to you guys when I do manage to get to them, but otherwise we'll first put down, and I'll see you guys however long in the future. Hey guys, welcome back to this video for me. It's been a while since I filmed reading the first book for this video, which I actually can't remember what the book was. I want to say it's Hunting Prince Dracula, but I'm not going to know unless I look back at the footage. But yeah, I think that was the first book. I'm not actually entirely sure, but you know, it is what it is how it goes. But you would have seen I started the next book for this video, 1,000 Boy Kisses. I also finished it. So I apologise that you guys got no footage of me talking about this book like partway through, but I kind of just devoured it, and I wouldn't necessarily say it was because I was absorbed by the story. Don't get me wrong, I did really enjoy this book, and I'll go more into those thoughts obviously, but it's more because of how it was written. It was written so smoothly that like the words were just flowing, and I kind of got caught up in the pace of that, which is how I was able just to devour the book. I would say that's more the reason than me being like obsessed and hooked in by the story. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I have enjoyed this book. I've given it a 4 stars, by the way. I don't think I said that, but I'm giving it a 4 stars. This is a really beautiful story, and the characters go through so much at such a young age. and the emotions they go through really, you know, they show the experiences of life and how experience in life can impact us so profoundly, and especially at such a young age. And you know, I really did feel for them, and I really did feel the emotions, and I definitely got teary-eyed, but I didn't sob like I thought I was going to. I didn't sob, so you guys proud of me. I teary-eyed, but I didn't sob. Progress. Okay, progress on my behalf. You guys know when I read an emotional book that I can full blown sob, but I didn't. Are you impressed? I'm very impressed with myself. But yeah, no, I really did feel for these characters in their story, and like I said, it was a true like testament to how life experiences can impact us so profoundly, and like I said, especially at such a young age and stuff. I don't really know how else to describe what goes on in this book, because I said I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm only going to talk about it as like life experiences, because like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. So please don't, if you've read the book, feel like I'm being insensitive by wording it that way. If you've read the book, it's how I feel like I can word it without spoiling anything. So yeah, please don't be offended if me explain like that comes out wrong. But yeah, it just like I said, I really did enjoy this one, but there were moments that made me feel a bit out of it and like kind of pull me away from the story. I will say there is a point where they're a certain age and it felt like they were written a lot more older than that age. As I was reading it, it just felt like they were feeling a bit more older, and there were some things that happened that I feel like maybe were just dragged out a little bit too long. Like I would have liked to have seen them resolved a little bit sooner. But like, don't get me wrong, I completely understand and see why the author's done it, and I truly appreciate it. I do, like, because it does make for the story, like it does make for that. But like for me personally, I think I would have liked to have seen it resolved a little bit sooner. But like again, like I said, I can understand why the author did it, I can appreciate it and that, but it's just a personal thing. Same as for me personally, I would have liked to have seen a bit more from a certain time frame. We had a bit of like obviously a time jump, and I would have liked to see more between that time. But again, as me personally, I can still understand and appreciate why the author did do it though, because obviously it does add that, I don't want to use the word suspense, but it is the suspense. It adds the mystery into why what happened. I'm really trying not to spoil this, and I feel like no matter how I'm wording it, it's coming across really bad and like offensive, and I don't mean it to. So I really hope anybody who's read this book hasn't felt offended by the way I've talked about it, because now I feel really bad like I might have. I really hope I haven't, and I sincerely apologise if I have, because it's not my intentions. That's our second book, which like I said, I'm giving a 4-star to. So we're going to pick up the last book, and I will talk to you guys about this book. I swear, I will. We won't have a repeat. We won't do that. I promise. But I'm going to be picking up Bully by Penelope 𝖑𝖈. I can't remember who picked this one up. I can't remember who suggested these books. So at the end, I'll go through them again. But right now, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But yeah, Bully by Penelope 𝖑𝖈 is going to be our next and last book for this video, for part 3 of 12 Friends. I've so far only, Penelope 𝖑𝖈, I've only read Punk 57. Is that all I've read from her? I feel like it can't be, but I can't remember. It might have been. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being honest. I want to say I've read something else, but I don't know. But I'm intrigued to get to this story. This is a series. This is the first book. My issues keep going. I'm really shit with words tonight. I'm so fucking bad with words. You guys tell it's been a while since I picked up the camera for a reading vlog. So this says, my name is Tay. He doesn't call me that though. He would never refer to me by a friendly nickname. No, he'll barely even speak to me, but he still won't leave me alone. We were best friends once, then Jared turned on me and made it his mission to ruin my life. I was humiliated, shut out and gossiped about all through high school. His pranks and rumours got worse as time went on, and I made myself sick trying to stay out of his way. I even went away for a year just to avoid him. But I'm done hiding from him now, and there's no way I'll allow him to ruin another year. Jared might not have changed, but I have. It's time to fight back. So I'm intrigued by this one. This is going to be good. It's 312 pages. 312 pages. The writing is fairly big as well, which is decent too. But yeah, like I said, obviously bullying, bully, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be as dark as her other works. So yeah, I'm intrigued to get this one. I'm going to get it started. I need to do my medication. I need to get my medication set out for the week, so I do need to do that because I didn't do it earlier. And then I'm going to just settle in and read for the however long. What's the time? It's only just gone 9:20. So not too bad. So yeah, I'll probably read for a couple of hours before I crash, because I've got a complicated day tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a complicated day because I don't really know how else to describe it. It's gonna be mentally challenging for me tomorrow, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll read what I can tonight, and then I'll update you guys in the morning, and then we'll kind of just go from there really and see what happens. Morning. Let's ignore everything that's going on. I have my morning eye masks on, so we're gonna zip about that one. That's not happening. But I did start 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 last night. I'm at page 52, chapter 7, and so far we've just kind of been setting up. We've kind of had a glimpse at the year before she goes away, like really quick one chapter glimpse. Then now she's back, and now we're kind of getting a deeper look into the characters, and we're not really understanding their backstory because we've not been given anything really. All we know is that they used to be really good friends, and then he goes away for a little bit, like during one of the summers as a kid, and he comes back and it's just like a complete 180, and he's not the same, and he like bullies her, and it's when he starts doing all these pranks and all these rumors, and just this complete like cruel guy. We've had a tiny, I say revelation, but like something's been said and it kind of like hints towards something, and I'm like, but it doesn't match with him. And it's like, this is only from Tate's POV, by the way. I don't think we get anything from Jared's POV at all, but like it kind of makes sense in some way why he would do it for that reason, but then at the same time it doesn't. So yeah, I don't really know. It's just, for the short of the book and being 52 pages in, I like to think we're now going to start having a bit more action. We've had a little bit. Tate is definitely standing up for herself a bit more now. She's definitely fighting back a little bit more. She's not, you know, taking it all and like letting it affect her like as much as it used to. So, you know, there has been progress in that way. But yeah, I don't know yet how I'm fully feeling about this book. I don't fully know how I'm feeling about this book, and yeah, it's kind of just, it's one of those ones where I'm going to need to get in at least halfway before I can start determining and kind of pinpointing how I'm feeling about the characters and the story and stuff. So I don't really, normally I have like a kind of an idea on how I'm feeling about them. Like I have like this initial kind of like thoughts. I have none of that so far, so I'm gonna need to get in further so I can actually determine how I feel about this book, and start having these thoughts on these characters in the plot. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I don't really know. I'm probably gonna read a little bit more before I go off the day, once I've got myself dressed and ready. So I'll read a bit more then, but then I won't read again until I come back later, so you probably won't get an update from me until like late this evening tonight. So yeah, I'm going to be out for the majority of the day, so, but it's just gone 9:15. I can take these off in a minute, but yeah, so that's the plans. I need to get ready. I'll read some more before I go out, come back, read some more again, and then I will give you guys an update to where I'm at. But so far, I'm not sure yet. We'll wait and see. Once I can get some more information and find out a bit more and see these characters interact a little bit more than what we already have. Hey, so I didn't speak to you yesterday. I didn't really read yesterday, I only read a little bit because, as I said to you guys yesterday, was a bit of a mentally draining day for me yesterday. It was not just a good day. And then today I've had my usual things I've had to do, and then I've been sat reading this evening, and I have finished *𝖈𝖑𝖈 now. I know I didn't give you any updates after like the first little bits that I read, but the reason why is because I just had to get myself to focus on this book, so I don't think I was ever going to finish it if I had to get myself to focus. I did enjoy the book. I've given it a 3-star. I did enjoy it, and the characters were interesting and the story's good. I just don't feel like I've really fully connected with it, and I found after like the first 20% the characters were just getting really annoying. Some situations I felt were resolved quicker. Some of the side characters really fucking bugged me and really put me off, and it's just, yeah, I didn't like this one as much as I thought I was gonna like it. The next book, Until You, I think it's the exact same book but from Jara's point of view, who's our MMC. And I'm like, I don't know if I might hold off on that one and maybe skip that one for now and then come back to it. But something about this story, like I said, it's good and I enjoyed it, but it's not great. Like there's all those elements, like the characters and the story in itself, just, yeah. And like I said, I didn't like, the characters are interesting, but I can't say I found them lovable. I didn't really love them as characters. I did like, coming off of the fact that like I didn't really feel like the characters were lovable and couldn't connect with them. Like I just felt like I was getting a little whiplash with the feelings changing, the thoughts changing. Like it was constantly back and forth, and it was just giving me a bit of like a whiplash and that. And it was just like, how do you actually feel about this said person? Because right now I don't even fucking know myself how you're feeling about said person. Because you're like back and forth like a fucking yo-yo right now, and it's just really annoying. I feel like I'm watching a fucking tennis match between you like them, you hate them, and it's just, we're back and forth in this shit, and it's just really annoying. So yeah, it was very, very annoying that. But it's not a bad book. Not a bad book. I gave it 3. It's good. I did enjoy it. I just didn't connect with it and connect with the characters, and the characters were like, I think the characters were my main letdown on this one. I think the plot as a whole and the concept of the plot, like I said, was good. And I think if I had like different characters within that, and like that different dynamic between the characters, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. So I do think our characters are the biggest point in here that I didn't get on with this book. And like I said, the next book is, I think, this exact same book, but obviously Jara's point of view. And I've seen a little glimpse of it in the back, and there's just scenes and stuff that I don't want to relive. Like, yes, it would be interesting because I do want to see his side of things for some certain things, and like his headspace from some of the scenes and certain point of views and things like that. Like that, I would be interested in that. But there's others that I just don't want to fucking read again. I just don't want to go through them again. And I think going through them through his POV is just going to be worse, if I'm being honest. And I'm just like, ugh. So yeah, I might skip the second book for now, go on to the third book because I know that is a different character POV, and then go back to the other one at a later date, maybe when this one's not so fresh in my mind, so then I can kind of like go into it like, I know obviously it's going to trigger memories, and obviously I know the story, but I think with it not being so fresh in my mind, I'm not going to be feeling so about the book going straight into it. Does that make sense? I just feel like my feelings on this book and seeing it from this POV won't then inflict onto that book if I just leave it for a while. So yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I think I just need to back away from it for a while, but we're down for the last book. The last book is done. And I did look back and I was correct. The first book was Hunting Prince Dracula, and it was a long time ago that we started this book. This video. Very, very long time ago. Let me get up our ratings because I can't actually remember. So Hunting Prince Dracula I gave a 3.25. 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 Kisses I gave 4.2, and Bully I gave a 3.2. And so it's a pretty decent range in ratings. We've had some pretty decent reads. I am very impressed that I did not get as emotional for this book as I was expecting to get. I must say I'm very impressed with that one. So I guess that's like my biggest surprise is this one. If these 3 books, like I said, because I wasn't as emotional. Like, don't get me wrong, I was teary-eyed and I was feeling for the characters and I did feel the emotions, but I wasn't sobbing my eyes out like I thought I was going to do. And then these 2 are my biggest disappointments. Because I did think I was really going to enjoy this one, but it's not my vibe. Is this one of her earlier works? I think this is one of her earlier works. Yeah, so this was originally written 2013, 2014? 2014. So it's definitely one of her more, like, one of her older works. So I guess obviously seeing the change and the development in her writing since. And then this one, I just couldn't. You guys know, this took me forever to get into and to read. We had done another 3 books for this challenge. We only have 3 more books left for our 12 Friends Pick Up Reads, so stay tuned for part 4. We'll round it off with our last 3, and we've got a pretty decent little mixture going on that one. So yeah, stay tuned for part 4 to see what the last 3 books are. And if you guys want to go back and watch parts 1 and 2 for this year, I will leave the playlist linked above, and it should also have a couple of videos from last year's as well if you guys want to go check those out too. So I'll leave that linked. But yeah, 3 more down, 3 more books off my TBR, and yeah. I apologise for the last 2 books that it's not really been as in-depth review wise and discussion wise. Life. But yeah, I'm gonna head off. Thank you guys for sticking with us, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. So don't forget to keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys. And I'm now like bouncing, you know. You know I can full bow stop. I'll go up, I'll talk. My iris, I think it's dropped. How's my mic? Mirror. I do have a mic down there as well. I don't know why that's done that, but I can resort that out later.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.